Okay, we're at Whole Foods and we are going grocery shopping. I love Whole Foods. I think they have really unique quality meats. They have super lean beef and they have some unique products that you can't find anywhere else. Like they have Eat Better bagels, they have Smart Sweets. They have a lot of stuff that I love in my diet that a lot of other grocery stores don't carry. But the one thing about Whole Foods is it's pricey. So you're getting quality food, but at an expense. So a lot of times my go-tos are like Costco. We're from Western New York, so we love Wegmans, Trader Joe's, but this is one of my favorite grocery stores. So let's go shopping and I'll show you some of my favorite items at Whole Foods. So like I said, there's a ton of lean beef here, which I really appreciate. This 93.7 ground beef, this is excellent, passed the test, 170 calories, 25 grams of protein. Really lean ribeye. Really lean ribeye is very hard to find. As a national chain, I only know Trader Joe's and Whole Foods that has it. And this is 180 calories, 24 grams of protein. So again, passes the test. And leanest of the lean, these bison tenderloin steaks. This is 120 calories, 26 grams of protein. Now, what constitutes lean meat? It's anything that is at 3.5 ounces, that's the serving. It must have 10 grams of less total fat or 4 grams left of saturated fat. Okay, when looking at meat, again, this applies to all meats. When you're looking for a lean cut, it's a 3.5 ounce serving. It must have less than 10 grams total fat or less than 4 grams saturated fat. I prefer chicken thighs. Chicken thighs in general are a fattier cut of meat as opposed to something like a chicken breast or a chicken tender. So it's a fattier cut of meat. It tastes much more delicious because of it, but you can still get it lean. And here at Whole Foods, all of their cuts of chicken thighs are actually lean. But the leanest is the 365 Whole Foods Market, their organic chicken. So their brand, this brand of the chicken thigh is the leanest version of it here at Whole Foods. Tastes delicious. Again, I really prefer this to a chicken breast or a chicken tender. There is a ton of options when it comes to sausages and bacon here at Whole Foods. I mean, a ton of options, but I prefer Amy Lou. And the reason I do is that almost every product they offer passes the test. Meaning there's at least 10 grams of protein per 100 calories. A couple of them are just right there. They're a little off, but they're all right at 10 grams of protein per 100 calories. You compare that to something like Applegate, 160 calories, 13 grams of protein. This doesn't pass the test. So rather than look through and look at all the labels, Amy Lou is a safe bet when you're shopping here at Whole Foods. I love the sausages for breakfast. Maybe I'll have them with a couple of eggs. Great option. The meatballs, if we have pasta that evening and I want to get my protein on the side, meatballs is a great choice. I don't typically buy the burgers because I'd rather just buy some ground beef or some ground turkey and make my own burgers. But these are great tasting. Again, they have no nitrates and they all pass the test. One of my favorite products at Whole Foods is the Eat Better bagel. You used to have to order this online. They now have it at Whole Foods. I love this product for breakfast. They have a couple different flavors. I typically get just the plain bagel, but I know they also have cinnamon raisin, they've had chocolate, they have the everything. Usually I buy one of these two. The plain bagel is 160 calories, 35 grams of fiber. That's an insane amount of fiber. That's more than twice as much fiber in one bagel than most Americans get in a day. Most Americans barely get 15 grams of fiber daily. So this is incredible for you. And then 26 grams of protein. So what I like about this is you could have the bagel and you can have this with a couple of eggs. You've got 40 grams of protein and you've got a ton of fiber. Amazing way to start your day. You can put some blueberries on the side, get a little extra soluble fiber. Excellent start to your day. And again, I typically get the plain or I typically get the everything. They also now have these buns. I've never tried the buns. I love the taste of these bagels. I think they're the equivalent of like a Dunkin' Donuts bagel. It's not obviously gonna be like a Jewish deli in the city equivalent bagel, but it's a very good bagel, at least comparable to something you could get at a franchise coffee shop. The bun I have yet to try. I'm gonna buy them today and I'm gonna make them some burgers because 100 calories, 26 grams of fiber. It only has 8 grams of protein, so it's not as impressive as the bagels when it comes to the protein, but it has a ton of fiber. So again, I can make a burger with some lean beef, have these, have some sweet potato fries on the side so I can get more soluble fiber. Amazing. Protein, fiber, an excellent dinner option. So I'm gonna take these home and try these out. I'm really excited about it. When it comes to eggs, I got these restorative eggs. Here's the thing. People talk about organic all the time. The reality is that the FDA in the United States of America is horrible. they don't do a really good job having strict guidelines for things. So the word organic gets tossed around a lot and it doesn't necessarily mean anything. It's kind of like grass-fed. Grass-fed means that the cows experience grass at a minimum at least once, but it doesn't mean that they're grass-fed and grass-finished. It doesn't mean that the entire time the cow was having grass, it wasn't subject to any grade. It's a term that's kind of vague and doesn't necessarily mean anything because the FDA guidelines aren't very stringent with these terms. But something like restorative farming, that's very nutrient-dense food, and that is something that I put a lot more weight in than organic moving forward in the future. So if I see something that's restorative, I'm more optimistic that it actually means something. Again, is this actually restorative? Are they actually following really the guidelines of what that term means? It's always tough to know, guys, when it comes to things like organic or restorative. But if I was looking at something, I'd be far more concerned if it was restorative farming than if it was organic. So we're looking at Greek yogurt now, and whenever I look at Greek yogurt, I look for non-fat Greek yogurt. The major reason why is, again, I'm already getting plenty of saturated fat. I have my eggs, even my lean ground beef, it still has saturated fat, my chicken thighs. So because I eat a lot of animal protein, I already have plenty of saturated fat. So I want something like this low-fat Greek yogurt. And I buy Siggi's, not because it's better than any other brand, but because I really enjoy the taste. I mean, they have Fage, they have Chobani, they're all great brands, but this brand in particular, this Icelandic yogurt, it's not Greek yogurt technically, but this Icelandic yogurt, I just really enjoy it. We're gonna go over here. I'm gonna show you another product that I really like in the Greek yogurt space. Again, this is Icelandic yogurt, but similar enough. These Chobani Completes, I think these are awesome. I buy the strawberry cream and the mixed berry. And the reason I like to get these is because they have fiber. I believe they both have around 3 grams. Yeah, they both have 3 grams of fiber. They both have plenty of protein, 170 calories, 20 grams of protein. So these pass the test. You can think about this as almost like a pre-made protein shake, but coming from Greek yogurt, because you have real fruit in here, which is why you're getting the fiber. And then you have non-fat, or is it low-fat milk, which is why, again, saturated fat very low. It's a lean protein source, and it passes the test. 170 calories, 20 grams of protein. So I think of this as like an alternative for a typical pre-made shake, but also great because of the additional fiber that you get from this that you wouldn't get from like a Fairlife milk, like Nutrition Plan or Core Power. Parmesan cheese. This actually passes the test. 20 calories, 2 grams of protein. Part of the reason why it does is because there's no lactose in it. Again, I'm not concerned about the lactose in particular, but because there's no sugar in this Parmesan cheese, it's going to have less calories. The real reason I use it, even though it's very high in calcium, is because it just adds a lot of flavor and comfort to foods without adding a lot of calories. So I can put this on my eggs, I can put this on my salad, I could even add it to pasta. I don't add a ton of calories. I add some protein to it, get more calcium. It's an easy win-win. It's a comfort food with also some health benefits. I even put this on my dog's food because it just makes it more palatable and he seems to go nuts for it every time I do it. So if I feed my dog this, it's good enough for us to eat. Kidding, but seriously, grated Parmesan cheese, excellent option because low in calorie, high in protein. It passes the test. Okay, we're gonna run through the produce section here at Whole Foods. So we're just gonna move through several products and we're gonna start with bananas. And the reason that I love bananas is that they are equal part fructose and glucose, which makes them perfect for post-workout. This is the perfect post-workout carbohydrate and just helps make baked goods and smoothies taste better. So it's gonna make my smoothies taste better and it's gonna help restore glycogen after training hard. So I always buy some sort of leafy green. That could be spinach, that could be kale. I don't really like kale, but kale is an option in the right circumstance. A lot of times it's spinach, and right now I've been having a lot of arugula. The reason is it's incredibly low in calorie, it's incredibly nutrient dense. Again, vitamin K, folate, magnesium, high in micronutrients like vitamins and minerals, very little calories, and high in fiber. So it's just very easy to like lay down like a bed of like greens, whether it be like spinach or kale, or in this case, arugula, underneath my salmon or underneath my chicken thighs. Easy way to get more fiber and an easy way to get more micronutrients. Another vegetable I always have in my refrigerator is asparagus, and the reason for it, again, high in fiber, incredibly micronutrient dense, and asparagus is actually a natural diuretic, so it helps your body flush excess water. It's a great option to have with seafood and before bed, because if you have any additional bloating, it's just gonna help you push it out. So you can wake up, have a nice big bright yellow piss, flush out any of that excess fluid in your body. So I told you I was gonna have some sweet potatoes with my burger. So we're gonna buy some sweet potatoes. We're gonna throw it in the air fryer. They're already pre-cut up for me. It takes out a lot of the work. The reason I like sweet potatoes, they're high in an antioxidant that actually regulates blood sugar. They're again high in fiber. And the other thing is that gram per gram, they are higher in beta carotene than even carrots. So these things are loaded with antioxidants. It's a great option to have with dinner. It's a great carbohydrate, probably the most nutrient-dense carbohydrate you can have. And now we're grabbing avocado, an incredibly healthy fruit with a lot of healthy fat. It contains oleic acid, which helps with blood pressure and helps with cholesterol. Again, it's extremely rich in micronutrients, vitamins, and minerals, and it also has a lot of fiber. So this is an incredible fruit. Okay, and our last produce of the day is coming from the frozen section, and they are berries. We're looking at blackberries and raspberries. And the reason that I'm buying them frozen is because of logistics. When these berries are transported, a lot of them go bad, and therefore they have to increase the price. It costs more because they lose so many of them during transition. And the second thing is because they go bad along the way, you don't always get the most quality berries. So frozen berries are one, cheaper, but two, they're also more quality berries. I'm choosing blackberries and I'm choosing raspberries for a couple reasons. One, they taste absolutely incredible. I don't know many people that don't love the taste of raspberries. Secondly, they are so high in fiber. For that reason alone, just the fiber content of these berries, they belong in your refrigerator. Soluble fiber is a game changer for your health, and these berries are chock full of it. And the last reason is because they have unique antioxidants. Both of these have antioxidants that the other one does not, and they have incredible antioxidants that are amazing for your health. So incorporate berries into your diet, and if you're price sensitive or you just want better quality berries, buy them frozen. All right, finishing shopping at Whole Foods, we're looking at the Yasso Greek yogurt bar. These things, I think, have 90% of the taste. You think of this as an alternative for ice cream or a popsicle. I have clients whose kids actually enjoy eating these as well. So you know, if 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds are eating this, it tastes delicious. I love a couple of the flavors. I love the coffee chocolate chip. I also like their cookie dough flavor. And then the number one selling Yasso is actually the cookies and cream. This has 100 calories, 5 grams of protein. No, it doesn't pass the test. But again, this is meant to be an alternative for ice cream. It's intended to be dessert. I have a couple of these before bed. It really gives me something to look forward to each and every single day while I'm dieting. It's raining. We just got done shopping at Whole Foods. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I thought it was a really unique shopping experience because we got to talk about things like restorative farming. We got to talk about unique things to produce. We got to talk about lean beef, how to find lean protein. When I was younger, I really didn't appreciate Whole Foods. I was like, what the heck is this place? It's too granola, it's too pricey. I guess now, maybe because my socioeconomic status changed, or also too because I just really have a deeper appreciation for food, and I love when you can find unique products. I really did enjoy the experience today shopping at Whole Foods. Again, I found it really interesting to be able to buy something like a bison tenderloin. I love finding really lean ground beef. I love when there's quality seafood. The produce is so high quality. They have products like that Eat Better Bagel. They have some really unique options here. So if you liked what you saw, hit subscribe. If you want to follow me on Instagram, that's where the majority of my following is. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you got as much out of it as I did today.